Hello everybody and welcome to the NAARC Dasani Truck Series Race 4 out of 20 here from the Darlington Raceway. We're about to get ready for this race, so let's go down to the racetrack and get you your starting lineup. Alright. So on the pole is Joshua Balkin, picking up his second pole of the season. He got the pole at Daytona, and he wasn't able to pull it off there, but he did pick up a solid finish. Let's see if he can pull it off here at Darlington. Starting alongside him in the 27, a driver that has had a rough start to the year, that is Cade McMillan, 37th in points, on the verge of, really having his season fall apart before he could even have a shot at running for the championship. Then starting third is Pichu London in the 20. Fourth will be the 56 of Zachary Robinson, and rounding out your top five, driver of the number 7 Toyota Camry, that will be David Rochester. So we're just moments away from getting the green flag. Here's the command to fire up the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
40 trucks, 19 laps at the Darlington Raceway. Who's going to come out on top? Alright, so we got Joshua Balkin on the pole. Though it is early in the season, we've been talking about points quite a bit in these first three events. And Joshua comes into this race 9th in the standings. One fast fact that we have this season, Leah Walker, the point leader, she starts 7th for this race. She has finished in the top 10 in all three of the first races, including a win that came at Phoenix. So if Leah can continue her streak, she would be able to get 4 top 10s in the first 4 races, and she is in good position to do so. She starts 7th in the Mopar Dodge. Here we go, coming through turns 3 and 4. Joshua Balkin, Cade McMillan on the front row. This historic racetrack, the Bojangles 200, is about to get underway. 19 laps of racing. Pace truck is on pit lane as the field is exiting turn number 4. And the green flag is out. We are underway from Darlington. Corners. Pichu London already getting a run on the inside, trying to get underneath Cade McMillan, and he's going to do just that. He gets into the second position, and he's all over the back bumper of Joshua Balkin as they come through turns 3 and 4 for the first time. And oh, Joshua Balkin's in the wall. Pichu London going underneath him. Now David Rochester makes it 3 wide on the front straightaway. He will go to the lead and lead the first lap at Darlington. Drivers in the wall further back, but everybody looks like they kept it together. Now the battle is on for second. Okay, sorry about that. There we go. Back to the leader, David Rochester. Tried something new there, but didn't really work out. Okay. Anyways, Rochester is out front. Now here comes the point leader, Leah Walker. She's finished in the top 10 every single race, as we noted just a few minutes ago. But now the round goes to 54, and he's going to come back up in front of the pack. Sorry, that was the 59, but a big crash on the front straightaway, and it was the 64. Sorry, I messed it up a few times. That's Hayden Klein. Caleb Wiggs is wrecked. Maxwell Beatty with damage. 73, Jacob Hayes is wrecked. There was Alex Jones. He's involved. The 59, as was noted before, that's Jackson Phillips. So the caution has come up for the first time at the Darlington Raceway. And whoa, what happened there to Maxwell Beatty? He came back up in front of the pack, and the drivers actually got into the outside retaining wall trying to get around him. Same goes for Eric Lopez. So let's get you a replay of what happened to burn out the first caution of this race. Here's a replay. Cade McMillan into the outside wall with Joshua Balkin. Then Hayden Klein gets into Zachary Robinson. They go down the racetrack. Hayden gets into the inside wall, and he tries to save it, but he spins back up. Jeffrey Finguy just misses him, but Caleb Wiggs hits him very hard. Sky Commons gets involved. And then the 17 goes around. That was Caleb Wiggs. And Ryan Acosta was also around Richie Streeter with damage as well. Viewing this with Caleb Wiggs. Here it is. You're going to see the 64 Hayden Klein come back up the racetrack. And boom! And hard into the outside wall. Look at the number 9. Cole Freilich just sneaked through that. Jordan Polito and Richie Streeter made contact. They got into the outside wall as well. Did you see Sky Commons just get through that? On board with Sky Commons. Watch this. Oh, he did get some damage there. Some slight damage to Sky Commons, but he will be able to continue this race. On board with Cole Freilich. Wow, very close call for the 9, somehow makes it through. We will have 12 laps of racing to go when we get back under the green flag on lap 8 out of 19. David Rochester is the leader. Second is Leo Walker, the point leader. 3 straight top 10s, including a win at Phoenix. Restarting third, Connor Breed. Okay, why does that always happen? Sorry about this. Alright, we're just going to keep doing this one. Okay, Connor Breed, okay. Fourth is Austin Ogo. Rounding out your top 5 is Pichu London. He started third, led the first lap, I believe, and has had a solid run since. Restarting 6th, Zachary Robinson. 7th, Anthony Emery. Last in points with a really bad start. Cade McMillan, sorry, restarts 8th. Luke Martin, 9th, and Jackson Emery finishes your top 10 as we're going to get you back to green flag racing in just about half a lap, but John Andrews, Ryan Acosta both have some damage. Maxwell Vady deep in the field along with Eric Lopez, Dylan White, and Aaron Mason. Aaron Mason came close one race ago to winning at Auto Club. Wasn't able to get the job done. So as the field works their way through turns 3 and 4, Rochester, the leader, has led quite a few laps in this race so far. 27th in points. He could get a win in this race. It'd be his first of the season. It would be his second top 10, and it'd be his first top 5 of his Dasani Truck Series career. Here we go onto the front straightaway. Rochester, Leo Walker, and Connor Breton the front 3. And we're back underway from Darlington. 12 laps to go. Leo Walker spun the tires on the restart along with David Rochester, going to get a bit of a gap on her. But now here comes Leo Walker fighting on the bottom of the racetrack, not able to find the room underneath Rochester. But now she's going to go a little bit lower than the number 7. Not able to do it that time either. But Rochester goes up the racetrack and he gets into the outside wall. Leo Walker going to dive underneath and take the lead away on the front straightaway. Leo Walker leads her first lap of the race. She's been so dominant this season. Now Austin Ogo is going to take over second position as Pichu London fights for third with David Rochester. Rochester falling like a rock off of this restart. He's going to be in jeopardy here as he's in the outside wall. Connor Breton right behind him trying to give him the room. Cars on the apron trying to avoid him. Did they all make it through somehow? No, trouble in the back. Hard into the outside wall. That was Kyle Smith. And a bunch of other torn up cars back here. That's Tyler Everest, Dylan White, John Andrews, and Luke Walker are involved. Jeffrey Finguy also with damage. But Pichu London leads them through turns 3 and 4, but he's going to get up into the outside wall. Leo Walker and Zachary Robinson make contact, and that slowed down Leah from catching Pichu London. As they come down the front straightaway, the caution flag is out. As we already noted, Kyle Smith, John Andrews, Jackson Emery, Luke Martin, Austin Ogo, Tyler Everest, Brandon Bain, one race ago was in victory lane. Now he's in the garage area. Anthony Emery is torn up. I'm wondering if there might have been a second crash because I didn't see all these guys wrecked in the first incident. So let's get a replay of the first crash, and then I think we had a second one on the backstretch. Alright, well here it was. Sky Commons in the outside wall is going to come off, and Tyler Everest tried to get out of the way, but comes down off the front nose of Richie Streeter. This is the exact same thing that happened to Hayden Klein, except Tyler just completely came up in front of traffic. Garrett Jones, Kyle Smith, Dylan White, Sky Commons. Oh, that's a hard hit there. John Andrews and Kyle Smith and Luke Walker, sorry, gets into the Monster Energy Drink Chevrolet. Alright, yeah, there was a separate crash in front of him, and oh my goodness, Alex Jones and Cole Freilich were both over on their lid. Alright, we're going to go aerial on this. Remember, Cole Freilich just barely snuck through that first crash, and there it was. Brandon Bain comes up in front of Jeffrey Finguy, and Finguy gets stuck in the outside wall. Joshua Balkin rides the wall, and Alex Jones and Cole Freilich were both over on their lid, and then Aaron Mason runs into Cole Freilich, and then Maxwell Avedi plows into the 88. And then Jackson Emery and Connor Breton made contact further up. Alright, this is Jackson Emery's replay. Wow, Leo Walker was just in front of this, but Jackson's just going to come up in front of, I believe that might be Brad Smith in the number 6. Yeah, it is. And then Connor Breton. David Rochester. Look at Rochester. He was involved in it. David Rochester in the number 7, who had just been leading a ton of laps over on his roof, and he's going to be out of the race. Austin Ogo, Connor Breton, Cole Freilich, Aaron Mason, Maxwell Vady, J.J. Hamilton, the Dasani 300 winner, and Alex Jones is in it. Dylan White and Tyler Everest are all torn up as well. So a ton of torn up trucks. After this caution, we're going to get you back racing, and Pichu London is the leader here at Darlington. Going back green on lap 15 out of 19, we'll have a 5-lap dash to the checkered flag. Will we stay green flag racing during those 5 laps? If we don't, it'll end under caution. Pichu London is the leader. Second is Leo Walker. Third will be Zachary Robinson. Restarting 4th is Luke Martin, and rounding out your top 5 is Jordan Balkin. Then 6th is Eddie Jones. 7th is Charles Jackson. 8th, Richie Streeter. 9th is Jacob Hayes, and rounding out your top 10, Brad Smith. Look, Sam Brady and Brad Smith, those two weren't too thrilled with each other. Actually, more Sam Brady wasn't too thrilled with Brad Smith after the Phoenix race when Sam got held up the last few laps by Brad, and then ended up having to make a pit stop anyway. So he would have lost the race either way, but he really did get held up a long time by Brad Smith. So here we go, through turns 3 and 4. Pichu London is going to get us back going with just 5 laps of racing to go. Both restarts so far in this race, actually from the start, the first restart, from the initial start and the first restart, the leader, when they crossed the start-finish line, did not lead the field back around to the stripe the following lap. Let's see if Pichu London can do it this time. As the green flag goes back in the air, we're back underway with 5 laps to go. The Darlington stripe has been pretty famous in NASCAR, and here in the NAARC Dasani Truck Series, it has already been making some noise in the inaugural running of the Bojangles 250. And Pichu goes up the racetrack. Looks like it's going to be the same thing as the last restart. The leader after the restart will not get it back to the start-finish line. This time, Leo Walker takes over the lead. 4 laps to go. Thought they may have wrecked in the back, but they didn't. They saved it. Leo Walker, Zachary Robinson, and Luke Martin the front 3. Then just behind is Jordan Balkin and Eddie Jones. All still within striking distance. But Leo Walker is out front, but she's going to go up the racetrack and get a piece of the outside wall. Zachary Robinson, Luke Martin, Jordan Balkin, Eddie Jones, and Charles Jackson are all going to get underneath them, along with Jacob Hayes. Sorry, I meant get around her. On my part there, but Zachary Robinson to the lead. Luke Martin trying to find a lane underneath the 56, but the room isn't there. Eddie Jones trying to get underneath Jordan Balkin. Once again, the situation being not enough room. Now into the outside wall, the leader, Zachary Robinson. Now his Kyle Busch Motorsports teammate, Luke Martin, is going to go underneath them. 2 laps to go. Next time by, we will get the white flag. Zachary way up the racetrack. Looks like he's going to be out of contention to win this race. Jordan Balkin had a good shot at winning at Daytona. Couldn't pull it off. Luke Martin has had a decent start to the season. He wants to have a win, though. And he might just get it in this race, because as he comes out of turn number 4, he gets the white flag. Last lap from Darlington. Jordan Balkin all over the back bumper of Luke Martin. Luke Martin goes up the racetrack. Jordan Balkin gonna go underneath them. Eddie Jones in third. He's lurking. If these two make a mistake, he's there to pounce. Will the Darlington stripe be a factor? Here they go through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Luke Martin up the racetrack. Jordan Balkin's gonna go up the racetrack as well. Here comes Eddie Jones. He's not gonna catch him, and Jordan Balkin is gonna win the inaugural Bojangles 250 at Darlington. And Leo Walker ended up struggling to what was probably about an 18th place finish. Wow, that was a really good guess. Man, not the run Leo Walker wanted whatsoever. And this is all live coverage. You can see it at the bottom of your screen. That was not... Oh, there it is. Comes to, that's no surprise for us here at Darlington. That always happens right after the race. Everybody runs into the pit wall. Oh, we're missing the show. Oh my goodness, Sam Brady is stuck in the pit wall. Jeez. Alright, anyways, Jordan Balkin wins it. Eddie Jones second. Charles Jackson third. Jacob Hayes fourth, and fifth is Zachary Robinson. Then sixth is Luke Martin. Seventh, Garrett Jones. Eighth, Sam Brady. Ninth, Joshua Balkin. And 10th is Eric Lopez. Eric Lopez, I believe, is second in points. Yeah, he's second in points coming into this race. But he's 19 out. That's how big of a lead Leo Walker's already pulled out to. And Leo will walk out of this race as the point leader by the looks of it. Actually, no, Jordan Balkin, I think, might take it over. It's going to be close. But either way, Leo Walker's still hanging in there in points, and Jordan Balkin's going to pick up a bunch. So, scroll down through the rest of your finishing order. Caleb Wiggs, Hayden Klein, Jackson Phillips. All with pretty rough finishes here at the Darlington Raceway. And that's about it here from Darlington Raceway, and we will see you in one race. We really don't know where we're going to be next week. The Bass Pro Shops Cup Series was at Cam Valley, but the Truck Series is not going to be at any road courses this season, and we don't really know where we're going to be next week, but that'll be a surprise. Anyways, congratulations to Jordan Balkin on a crazy finish and a great guess on the finish of Leo Walker. Congratulations, Jordan. Here's the celebration screen.